Hi, we live in an era of multitasking, and multitasking is overrated. Let us talk about we all have times, hours, days, weeks, months, and even years when we feel stressed out and overwhelmed with all the work that we have to do. It is an escapable feeling, it is distracting, and it can even make us irritable. Our thoughts are riddled with anxiousness, and our stress-ridden thoughts and emotions nag us throughout the day. We have so many things to do, and before we can even check something off the list, someone comes to us with another request. The pressure is intense and overwhelming, even if a good chunk of it is self-inflicted. But here is what you need to know. You cannot do it all. You have to learn to say no and to let some things slip by. You are not the best, most complete version of you when your plate is overfull. So unless you want your physical and mental health to hit rock bottom, unless you want to sacrifice the most important relationships in your life, unless you want your stress to continue to skyrocket, you must start doing 3 principal key things that are applicable to my life. Number 1, if you could wipe the slate completely clean, what would you put back on your plate? Take a step back and take an honest look at what you have on your plate right now. Evaluate what is there and why. What would you do if your schedule was empty? What would you choose to put on your plate if you could wipe it clean? Once you figure that out, you understand your values and your priorities. In other words, you know what belongs on your plate. Now when invitations, activities, requests, tasks pop up, you can ask, is this one of the things that I could choose to put on my plate? Number 2, learn to say no. When you don't want something new on your plate, being a yes man or a yes woman certainly has a time and a place. But when you say yes to everything, you put yourself on the fast track to being miserable. Learn to set boundaries and stop saying yes when you want to say no. If you always say yes, people will take advantage of you. We know it's hard to say no, but you must. The alternative is that you are going to do a half-hearted job begrudgingly, be stressed beyond belief, and feel like you are stuck in a vicious cycle of failure and frustration. The thing that keeps most of us in the debilitating cycle of feeling overwhelmed is the fantasy that we can be everything to everyone, be everywhere all at once, and be a hero on all fronts. You are either going to do a few things well or do everything poorly. Number 3, focus. Focus on no more than 3 core things every day. In an ideal world, you will only have to focus on complete one thing well for an extended period of time. Yes, multitasking is a myth, at least when it comes to cognitive demanding tasks. We understand that is not the way life works though. The good news is that most people can do 2 to 3 things well every day. Wake up every morning and figure out what are the 3 most important things that are for the day and cut out the rest. Better yet, figure out what your top priorities are the night before. Attack your priorities ruthlessly. And when something else comes up, because it will, just say no. Say that you want to help, but your plate is full. You won't be able to serve as well as your standards demand. Do this, and you'll notice a big difference. Life isn't really that complicated. We are, to the best you.